Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Guys, what does this look like? What does this look like? Similar, right? Stay tuned. Hey guys, do you need help organizing your tennis life? Well, think Geau. We got the Axiom line here, the 9-pack duffel, my favorite bag, the 9-pack Axiom 2.0. They even make a 12-pack if you're going on tour. And my favorite backpack of all time. I love that bag. So if you want to organize your tennis life, think Geau. Guys, check out this racket. Looks like a blade from version 5. This one too, right? So I just found this one and I never knew it existed. It's called a 101 Lite. And it literally looks just like this one to the naked eye. Even has the lines on the side for measuring weight out. It does have basalt. See, it says graphite basalt matrix. There is a difference though, because it's a 101 Lite. It's 9.7 ounces, 4 points headlight, 101 square inch head, 16 by 20 on the string bed. So if you look at it hard, you can tell there's a difference, right? It's bigger. It's wider on the sides. But, you know, a lot of people out there, they think every blade is the same. They don't understand that there's different models within each model. I'm going to see if I can trick Coach Rob and have him play with this first. And I'm going to say, Coach Rob, I got 2 blades here. Can you play with this one? And then play with this one, and then tell me, because, you know, there should be the same blade, right? But there's something maybe different or similar about them. But what I'm going to probably have to do is, I got some black tape here. I'm going to cover up the 101L on both sides. Maybe cover up the specs here on the inside, and then definitely cover up the 101 here, because he's going to know. And see if he could just blind play with it and just see what he thinks. If he can actually tell. I mean, I'm sure he can tell, he's a pro, but what the differences are and would be versus a standard 16 by 19 blade 98. All right, so I'm going to tape this up. Got my black tape. And then let's take it out to Coach Rob. Stay tuned.
All right, so we just finished hitting, and you know, Coach Rob, sometimes rackets can be a little deceiving. I didn't tell you what I was doing today, and I had you just hit with both of these.
Correct.
And because they look very similar, don't they?
There are some differences. If you look close, you can see the paint color is a little different. Probably the specs are a little different since you put some black electrical tape over some of the areas on the racket. But yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. But I mean, if you just looked at it, just glance.
If I didn't know better,
right.
I'd say, oh yeah, they're pretty close.
But they're both Wilson.
They are. That's good choice.
Which is why I decided to do this with you.
Nice.
Now we all know the real one, or the standard one.
The Blade 98.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. I believe this is version 5, from what I recollect. Now, 1619 on the string pattern.
Right.
10.8 on the weight. This is the version that actually had the fluorescent green head guard with the grommets that way. And
it had the weighting. I remember this was kind of a new, putting the
numbers,
the numbered weight in there for people that wanted to load it up with lead.
Right, and then don't forget they had basalt in it.
And the basalt, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, basalt. Don't leave home.
Don't leave home without the basalt. Yes. It's good for facials.
That's right. It's like, I don't leave home without my ProTek.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, ProTek time is?
Time for tennis.
That's right. All right. Link is below, guys. Get your ProTek today. So when you hit with this one, I'll let you hit with this one first, just to kind of not get the feel of this immediately. Now describe to me what you felt.
It felt like a knockoff. It felt like, and this happened once before on a Wilson. It may have been older than this, kind of a greenish. I don't even know if it was a Blade, but it was old.
Right.
And this woman came in and was like, hey, can you restring my racket? And she got it off eBay. So we restrung it. She tried, she goes, it still feels bad. So we went out and we both hit it. We're like, yeah, this thing feels like crap. The rep came, Steve Dunn, our great Wilson rep back in the day. And he grabbed a new version. Hi, Steve. He had a new one of that model and put it up, and it was a sure knockoff. It was missing a few things. The paint was a little different, but so this is what that felt like. It just felt like it had nothing.
Okay.
I hit the ball. I aimed at the service line. I barely got it. I don't even know if I got it to the crack.
Yeah, no, everything was falling short.
Everything was short. It felt terrible.
Okay.
It didn't feel like a Wilson.
Got it. Now, the more you hit with it, was that the first thing that came into your mind is this is probably a knockoff?
Yeah.
Okay.
It felt fake.
Okay. It felt fake. Okay.
It could have been the old strings. It could have been the fact I recognize you put some electrical tape on it that sort of led me to believe there's something off with this racket.
Okay. Now, when you went from this to this, then what happened?
Then all of a sudden the ball went a little bit farther, more like where I was aiming it. Tried to hit it at the service line. I got it around the service line. Okay. So yeah, it felt better. It could have been, that would you put it in your tour bite?
Yeah.
And maybe a fresher string job, but better grip feeling sensation in the hand. That one wasn't really cutting it. So
what was the one factor that tipped you off that this wasn't that?
The fact the ball just landed so short and had no response to it. It was just a hollow feeling, just dead.
Okay.
Felt mushy.
Right.
It was almost like if the racket had been cracked.
Okay.
And you're swinging and you're like, why isn't the ball going anywhere?
Right. And
you're playing with a frame that's cracked.
So let me tell you what you were playing with. It is a Blade though, and it is made by Wilson. It is real. It is 9.7 ounces, which is 274 grams before strings.
Okay.
So it probably had no guts for you.
Right. No plow.
Yep.
No nothing.
So it's 4 points head light, before strings. The head size was bigger though. It was a 101.
Really?
Okay. Yeah.
Didn't even know they made that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was trying to trick you, and then just to see if it would work. And then it's a 16 by 20, which I don't understand, for one thing. But I don't think anybody has ever seen this racket before. as I do the
Is it like a
peeling off here.
team or a blade light or blade?
I've never seen this before. Maybe you have, but this is something that I literally found and was like, this is weird. I've never seen this. This is like, I never heard of it, never seen it. 101
Wow,
light.
101 light. Nope, do not remember that one in the inventory of Wilson blades.
But actually, I want to check one more thing because there's one thing I didn't check. Can I borrow that for 1 second? I want to see if it's shorter. Not really.
It's about the same.
No, it's adult racket.
Yeah, it's full size.
Okay. So when I hit with this, I was like, this is a kid's racket.
And being now that we know that it's 100 and it was a light, 101, excuse me, that it was light, that makes more sense.
Right.
If you're thinking you're going to be swinging a true blade, right? Now we can figure out. Sure.
Yep. Yep.
Now we know the difference.
Yep.
But putting them next to each other and but there's your different shades of green. Paint color's a little different.
Right.
Interesting.
Exactly. So there you are. There you are, guys. You sometimes when they look the same, right? Make sure you know what you're buying, as I tell people, because everybody thinks a blade is a blade, a pro staff is a pro staff, an ultra is an ultra, a clash is a clash. No, there are a lot of models within each model that can throw you off, and you can wind up with the wrong racket, as I've seen too many times. So until you play with it, or until you actually pay attention to what you get, will you really know if it's the right one and if you got the right one. So guys, I couldn't trick Coach Rob because the specs are just too different. Okay, Coach Rob, thank you for always being a good sport.
Sure. No problem.
One of these days I will. Well, no, I already tricked you once.
You already got me once.
Okay. Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.